start off working over here, but if it gets bad, I'll turn the cameras and we'll go the other way. What's up, what's up, what's up, party people? It is Tuesday. So guys, Anna is taking her course today. Hi, Megan. How are you? I hope you're surviving in that crazy snow. OMG. So yeah, guys, Anna won't be joining us today because she's taking a health and safety class. Hi, Josie. So yeah, you just have me today. We're just gonna do some basics, go over the punches as we always do, and then we will do some combos. About 30 minutes. If you're a little person or you're working out for the first time, or anyone, make sure you tell someone that you're going to be working out at home. Make a nice clear space so there's no tripping hazards. As you can see, it's kind of like rainy here today, so I might have to quickly change the camera. I have my cameras inside, but I'm outside. But if anything, I'll just turn the cameras if the rain starts to downpour. So we'll just wait a few minutes. And then we'll start with the dynamic warm-up as we always do, moving on to review the punches, defense, and then we'll go ahead and put it into practice. So we have just 2 more minutes, guys. Remember, every day we have 2 classes, one at 4, one at 7. You got 4 o'clock usually with myself and Coach Anna. Hi, Doodle. At 7 p.m. you have Coach Ibrahim. Wednesdays we have an online Zoom class for youth across Canada. If you want to take that class and be on the Zoom camera, then that's you have to DM us for the link, and we'll get that over to you, and you're welcome to join. All the classes are free, and we hope. So Coach Anna, she's not joining us. She's getting, we need the second harvest food safety training for when we reopen. So she took that for me today. So that's until 5 o'clock, so she's up to that. So it'll just be me for today. Yeah. So we're gonna get started in just about 1 minute. Let's see. Excuse me. So guys, I was doing an experiment. I didn't know whether or not I have this prescription allergy medication, and I'm like, I don't know, I hate taking it. So today I didn't take it, and I'll see if I'm doing any more coughing than yesterday. So alright guys, Facebook fam, Instagram fam, let me just change the angles of these cameras. I don't even need to put my earpiece on because no one's online with me. So find a nice space, make your feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to start at the top as we normally do with a dynamic stroke. So take your chin all the way to one side, all the way to the other. So guys, remember, dynamic stretching is basically movement, whereas static stretching, that's basically holding stretches, and you're going to do that at the end. But in the beginning, all the way up, all the way down, you want to do some dynamic movement, get warmed up, a little bit of sport-specific warm-up, and then we'll get into the punches. Okay, you're going to roll that neck all the way around, big rotations, good, and then you're going to roll the other way. Remember, your day, your body, you decide. If it feels good, you go ahead, roll those shoulders forward and pick it up. If it hurts, you stop or modify. It's totally up to you how you want to take it. As you guys know, I'm rehabbing a herniated disc in my back. So today I ran for the first time, so I'm slowly, coming back to life, but we're not going to do too much intense jumping. Roll those arms forward just as I don't want to overstimulate my back. So we'll just continue. We'll do some technique and so forth. And if you want to do big jumps like knee tucks and so forth, I'll tell you when. Roll those arms back. You're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. Hi, Lyric Peters. Welcome. You guys, remember too, if you're at home and you have a boxing bag, give yourself a big hug. When we get to the part where we're doing the shadow boxing, you can go ahead, maybe do 1 round shadow boxing in the air, and then you can go ahead and hit your boxing bag. If you have access to that boxing bag. Alright, hey, so SK from the 6. Good. I don't know, I keep remembering, is that Samuel or who is that? Good, up and down. Good. So you're going to reach to the side. Getting moving. Just dynamic stretching, nothing too crazy. Excuse me. Remember, every day you have 4 and 7, 2 classes to choose from. And for all of you asking, we don't know when we're reopening. The government will tell us when we're allowed to open, but right now, there's been no update, so we're closed at least until January 26th. Once the government informs us what's up, then we'll be able to inform you guys what's up. So rotate those hips all the way around. I know it's crappy weather. I think you guys all in Toronto got a free day, so no school, no online school, which that's pretty nice. Rotate all the way around, other way. Rotate all the way around. Good. Full range of motion. Hey, Yukti. All the way, all the way. Good. Knees. Hello. We're gonna circle. 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a lunge position. Give me a pelvic tilt, and you're just gonna pulse. We're gonna stretch that hip flexor, and then we're gonna stretch the hip flexor on the other side. You guys, as a part of my herniated disc, I have really tight hip flexors, so we're just gonna stretch those out a little bit before we go ahead and get started. Ankles and wrists, so pick one ankle, rotate your wrist in both directions. We're gonna go ahead, rotate that other side, and then we'll do some circuits. All right, so I think that is time. Did I hear my, oh, I got my volume off. All right, party people, so we are ready. So go ahead, find a spot somewhere that's comfortable for you. We're gonna just start by running on the spot. So elbows and knees, feel free to draw those knees up as high as works for you. If you need something modified, you can march, totally up to you, depending on how you're feeling. Light on your feet though, so if you're in an apartment, try not to drive your neighbors crazy. So nice and light on your feet. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Butt kicks now. Drawing those knees up. Touch your heels. And don't forget to breathe. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. So guys, we're just getting warmed up. So find a pace that works for you. We have 3 minutes, 6 exercises, and we'll go from there. Good job. I hope everyone is doing some moving at home and not just sitting on the sofa. Go for a walk in your building, in your home. Good, here we go, we're gonna squat. So guys, abs tight, controlled motions. Now if you want, you can go ahead and do a squat jump. You can do a knee tuck. You can do a sumo squat. You can do a regular squat, totally up to you. Your day, your body, you decide. Breathe. You got 6 more seconds here. 3, 2, now we're gonna lunge. So again, if you wanna make this more dynamic, you can do a lunge hop. You don't have to do controlled lunge, but again, I'm rehabbing a herniated disc. So I'm gonna limit my jumping and do a lot more controlled movements. Good, you got 12 seconds here. Long back. Good. Almost there. Very nice. Good, so now you're gonna reach your arms up, right leg back, and you're just gonna bring it up 2 times and hold. So pop, pop, hold, tuck, tuck, hold, tuck, tuck, hold. Good. Very nice. Now you're gonna switch left leg back, arms out, tuck, tuck, hold, pop, pop, hold, tuck, tuck, hold, tuck, tuck, hold. And invisible skipping. Now remember, if you're at home and you have a big space and you can work out, go ahead and get a real skipping rope. Otherwise, if you don't have any room and you have limited space or equipment at home, you can just do pretend skipping. You can do knees up, you can do twists, you can do doubles, whatever you like. Remember, Facebook fam, I can't tell who's there, so you gotta leave me a comment. Otherwise, I don't know. Instagram fam, you're always gosh, I think I just ate a bug. Always amazing. Whew, take a drink. So guys, usually at 4 o'clock you got me and Anna, but Anna's taking a course for me today with public health for our food program, food safety. All right, round 1 done. We're gonna do another round and we'll go from there. Guys, I hope I didn't eat a bug. You never know, maybe I ate a bug. All right, round 2. Here we go. So you're gonna just shuffle, shuffle, shuffle across your living room. So push off that outside leg, pop, pop, good. A little bend in your knees, abs engaged. I mean, and if you want, like, you can go ahead and reach for that opposite toe. Again, I'm limiting my bending, but you certainly can do that. So you can just pop, reach for that toe, pop. Good. Good. We're gonna go ahead and do some jumping jacks. Breathe. 6 exercises, 30 seconds each, 3 minutes. Good work. It's Tuesday. I know it's freezing back home, so I sympathize. Breathe in that positive energy. Breathe out that negative energy and just get moving. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow you go. Just get up and move. Good. Here we go. We're gonna squat. So guys, remember, you can squat and jump, squat and knee tuck. You can squat with a hop hop. You can squat with a jump. You can do a broad jump. So guys, whatever feels good for you, depending on your space. Squeeze your glutes, abs engaged, nice long back, relax your face. Good. Very good. Now we're gonna do toe taps in the front. So if you have something, I don't know, like a pot or a bowl, you can use that to tap. I mean, if you're outside like me, if you can find a tire, you could use that. Or you can just touch the floor. Tap, tap, tap. You can have your arms up or your arms moving. Whatever you like. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna lunge. Good. I'll go from the side. Much better angle. There we go. You can hear someone's car is backfiring. Here we go. All the way up. All the way down. Controlled motions. Good. You got 5 seconds. 3. So keep that leg, you don't want to go past the 90-degree angle. And just since we're here, we're gonna lift and twist. Draw that knee up. Rotate those shoulder or elbows. So you're getting some torque. So you can keep your legs straight, or in my case, you can bend. Good. Very nice. Let's go, fam. You got 2 seconds and time. All right. Excuse me. Grab a drink. Guys, we're gonna move on to the punches. Hi, J Money. What's poppin'? All right, so move this. Find your spot as you normally do. I'm gonna fix the camera so you can see my feet. Remember. So here we go. First, you're gonna start off with your feet in a square position. If you're right-handed, take your right leg, drop it back. Let me fix up the Facebook is getting the top of my table. You're gonna take your right leg, drop it back. If you're left-handed, take your left leg, drop it back. If you're right-handed like me, you're gonna drop your right leg back, aim your legs on a 45-degree angle this way. You're gonna put your hands up, elbows in, and you're gonna have your weight distribution about 50-50. So first, you can just get comfortable here. Remember, with boxing, you wanna protect yourself at all times. You never wanna drop your hands. So the first punch in boxing, as a refresher, is just the number 1. So you're gonna extend the front hand, and if you have the space, go ahead and take a step. If you don't have the space, you go ahead, just do a stationary punch, and you can give your punch a little tiny pivot with your toe. So you're gonna pivot one, and from the side angle, look, you wanna make sure that you're protecting your face at all times and that your chin is down. So that's our one. From this angle, looks like this. My backhand is up, turning my punch over. So guys, remember, you're gonna rotate that punch all the way over, straight down the middle. So from the number one, we have the number two. So from that same guard position, you're gonna start with your toe, knee, hip, arm. The sequence of power comes from the rotation. So you're gonna turn, and your left hand or your front hand, if you're a lefty, is gonna be glued to your face, protecting yourself at all times. So you're not gonna tip forward, because that's how you're gonna lose your balance. So you have to be able to respond to your opponent as they throw a punch. You want to have an active defense before you throw your offense. So I'm just giving you a few angles. Check this out. If you're here, no good, you gotta adjust your technique so that your chin is tucked in to your shoulder. Rotating that punch every single time. And remember guys, I'm just showing you right now, so this is not real speed. So as we get going, you pick a speed that works for you. Obviously in real life, you want your punches to be as fast and as crisp as possible. So that's our one and our two. Three, so what I want you to do is I want you to load up like a spring. So take your right elbow, if you're a righty, to your left knee, or left elbow to right knee if you're the opposite, hands and fists, and you're gonna throw a little L. So you're gonna see I'm transferring my weight from my front leg to my back leg, and I'm stopping my punch directly in front of my nose. So here we go, we'll rotate, or rotate. So you can have a long hook, you can have a short hook. The main thing is that your punches are controlled. If you're working out on a bag, it's top two knuckles. Make sure you have an okay distance. So for those of you that have a bag at home, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand in front of that bag, extend your front hand, and take a small step back. So that way, you can come in on your 1, 2, and you have a little bit of space. So 3, that's our front hook. Good. Now we're gonna move on to number 4, that's your back hook. You're gonna turn that punch over. My front hand is protecting myself, glued to my chin. Every single time, rotating, look, the power is coming from this motion. There's no arm punching. So that's one of the big, excuse me, things that beginners tend to miss. You don't wanna punch with your arms, you wanna punch with your whole body. So from that same turn position, we're gonna come up now with the number 5, which is an uppercut. So you're gonna turn and fire. You know, you'll see I am putting my weight slightly on my front leg and bringing it back, but you don't want to tip your shoulders too far because same problem, you will lose your balance. Backhand is number 6. Same sequence, toe, knee, hip, arm for the power. Breathe. You can go to the body, you can go to the head, whatever you like. Good. So good, let's go from the top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. They did a lot of grass cutting today, so whew, I'm sucking in a lot of pollen. So from there, a defense to the 1, 2, very easy, slip, slip. So you want to envision those punches just going right past your ear. Okay, so you see the punch coming, so I'm going to throw my 1, 2, and you're just going to slip, slip. So people commonly ask, what direction do you slip in? Well, whatever direction you want to slip in. Once you're in a real fight, you're just trying to protect yourself at all times. Good. Defense to the 3, 4 is going to be under, under, under. This is where rolling with the punches comes from, where you see people in the movies going underneath the ropes. This is it. Good. And defense to the 5, 6, you have a few options. You can step back, you can lean back, or you can use shell defense, which is basically you're fighting on the inside and you're really close and you're just using your forearms to block the punches. So let's practice our defense. Slip, slip, under, under, pull back. Again, slip, slip, under, under, pull back. So the main thing I want to just remind you, so we're not going to separate our hands from our head. Most important thing is protecting your head at all times. So you're not going to drop those hands regardless of the movement, the defensive movement that you're going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna, excuse me, grab a drink of water, and then I'm gonna start to call our punches. All right. So, guys, fun spot. Hands up, chin down. If you don't know the punches, just make it up. Here we go. 1, 1, 2. Pop, pop, pop. And you're gonna see I'm gonna try to move around. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, pop. Good. 1, 1. Tuck, tuck. Good. 1, 1, 2. Pop, pop, pop. Good. Hands up. 1, 1, 2. Slip 2. Pop, 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 pop. Good. Move around. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pop, 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 pop. So guys, the one thing I want to kind of reinforce is that when you throw 1, 2, 1, 2, look, 1, 2, 1, 2. You have to move those legs because as you're going forward, your opponent's going back. So if you just do this, it's no good. So you have to go forward with the combination, okay? So let's try that again. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then don't forget your defensive movement. Move your head, slip, roll. So we'll go again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pop, 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 pop. Slip, slip. Take an angle. 1, 1. Pop, pop. Good. 1, 3. Pop, pop. Good. 1, 2. Pop, pop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Roll. Good. 5, 3. Pop, pop. Good. Here we go. 5, 3, 2. 5, 3, 2. Slip, slip. Good. Hands up. Keep moving. Long 6. So guys, long 6 means you're out of range and you're trying to aim for that chin. So we're gonna throw 6, 3, 2. 6, 3, 2, and then move, jab, jab. Okay? So we'll go again. 6, 3, 2. Jab, jab. 1, 2. Pop, pop. 1, 1. 1, 1. Guys, remember too, you can go 1 to the head, 1 to the body, 1, 2 to the head, 1, 2 to the body. Totally up to you. Here we go. 5, 6. Pop, pop. 5, 6, 1, 2. 5, 6, 1, 2. Breathe. Good. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, slip 2. 1, 2, slip 2. 1, 2, slip 2, 5. 1, 2, slip 2, 5. Here we go. 1, 2, slip 2, 5. And then we're gonna add in another 2. 1, 2, slip 2, 5, 2, and then jab out. So take that angle, pop, pop, throw a couple jabs. Guys, as you'll notice, as I step out, I have a habit of dropping my hands. Don't pick up that habit. As you know, I'm not competing anymore. So it's not as important for me, but when you step out, you want to protect yourself at all times, okay? So here we go. 1, 1, 2, slip, slip. 1, 1, 2, slip, slip. Take an angle. Good. 1, 5, 2. 1, 5, 2. Slip, slip. Move around. You got 13 seconds. 1, 1. Pop, pop. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Don't forget to breathe. 1, 2, slip 2. Pop, pop, pop. Good. Move around. And 1, 1. Very nice. Round 1 done. Whew. All right. Take a breather. Looks like the rain is holding off, which is nice. So guys, we have another round coming up. We're gonna do the same thing. Make sure, guys, if you have questions, hit me up in the comments box. If you don't understand a punch or you need help, go ahead and ask. I would wish to say, my competitive athletes, I wish you were here, but I see that you're not. So I know it's hard right now to train, but I mean, it is what it is. You gotta try to make the best out of it. So here we go. Hands up. We're gonna go 2, 3 now. 2, 3, and then under, under. So breathe, hands and fists, get ready, go. 2, 3, under, under, and then you're gonna come up with another hook, okay? Here we go. 2, 3, under, under, hook. Again. 2, 3, under, under, hook. And then you're gonna throw a 6 after, okay? So here we go. 2, 3, under, under, 3, and then 6, and then protect yourself, okay? So moving around, active defense. Here we go. 2, 3, under, under, 5, 2. Oh, that should be a 3, 2, or a 3, 6, I should say. Breathe. Here we go. 3, 2, under, under, 3, 6. Protect yourself. 1, 1, pop, pop. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pop, 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 pop. 1 going back. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Number 5 to the body. and then 3 to the head, pop, pop, and then 2 to the head. So 5, 3, 2, slip, slip, move around. Good, 1, 2, pop, pop, 2. Good, nice fluid movement. 6, 6, 3, 2, 6, 3. So for those of you guys who don't know, my favorite shots are the body shots. I love throwing the number 5 and the number 3. Number 3 is not so great for my back. But here you go, last 20 seconds, it's up to you. Whatever punches you feel like throwing, you go ahead. We're just gonna finish the round. Anything you want. Good. Pop, 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 pop. Good. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Good. Tuck, tuck. Good. Roll it over. You got 3 seconds. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Pop, pop, pop. Good. And that's time. So guys, I think we'll do one more 2-minute round. Check your internet connection. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I don't know, Ebs, if you're there, maybe you could check Facebook feed. I'm not sure if it's working, but either way, I don't know. We're gonna do the analytics. Facebook we might scratch, because I mean, none of our athletes really are on Facebook, but we'll see. Take a breather. We're gonna do 1 minute here. The last round, fake it till you make it. If you don't know what to do, go ahead and make it up. 1, 1, 2, pop, pop, pop. If you can pick up your pace a little bit, that would be nice. 1, 1, pop, pop. 1, 1, tuck, tuck. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then you're gonna roll. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, roll. You're gonna take a step towards your right hand. So depending if you're right-handed or left-handed, that's the direction you're gonna go, okay? So 1, 2, roll, 2, and then you're gonna add a 3. Here we go, hands up. 1, 2, roll that punch, 2, 3, head movement. Good, from the front angle, looks like this. 1, 2, roll that punch, 2, 3, move. You can add in some body shots, head movement. Don't forget to move, pop, pop, pop. Get flashy with it. You got 5 seconds. Anything you want, nice and hard. Pop, pop. And that's time. All right, so everything working on Facebook. Okay, that's great. I don't know why it's saying it's not working, but that's good. All right, so I'm going to just get my mat ready. Hi there. Maska so Hamaka. That's a long name, not sure on that one, but welcome. Gonna just move my camera down because we're gonna take it to the mat and do a little ab work. All right, guys, remember at 7 o'clock we have another workout with Coach Ibrahim. If you missed this one or you're just jumping on now, we're at the end. Gonna do some core work, so feel free if you missed it, you can go ahead and grab the next one. All right, here we go. So I think that's pretty good. I think you can see me. All right, so we're gonna start. I think I was mentioning, guys, I have a herniated disc in my back that's really rehabbing right now. So we're gonna start off with a nice solid bridge. So you're gonna have your heels close to your glutes. You're gonna squeeze your butt, your abs, your back, and you're just gonna lift up and hold. I'm gonna go ahead and lift one leg. So I'm gonna do 15-second intervals. So you can keep both feet on the ground, or you can rotate with me. The main thing is keep those hips up and your glutes squeeze, hamstrings tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3, 2, down. Go ahead, other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Very nice. Up, 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 up. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're almost there. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it down. Next, guys, very easy. We're gonna just do some pelvic tilt holds. We'll see. I think we might lift our legs today. I feel like I'm feeling like that. So guys, you're gonna press that back flat to the mat. Draw your belly button in, and if you can, lift your legs. Now, the higher you lift the legs, the easier the exercise. The lower you lift the legs, your back is gonna wanna lift off the mat. So the main goal is to keep your back flat. If your back starts to curve off the mat, that's your cue to give it a rest and to try it again. So we'll do a few of these. So press your back flat, lift your legs. You can go ahead and lift your arms as well, or you can just focus on putting your hands where your abs are to make sure your abs are contracted. Squeeze your glutes and then lower it down. Very good. Take a nice deep breath. So now go ahead and get ready. Squeeze those abs. You can take your fingers, touch your abs, make sure that they're contracted. Squeeze your glutes, lift your legs. So like I'm saying, the closer your feet are to the ground, the harder, the more you lift your legs up, the easier it's gonna be to keep that back flat. Which, that's the main thing, guys. We need to have that pelvic tilt for this to work. All right, rest. Good job. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do another pelvic tilt. You're gonna lift your legs up so your shins are parallel to the mat. Draw those abs in, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna drop one leg at a time, making your feet, let me just see here. I feel like you guys can't see my feet. So the main thing is, as you bring your feet down, look, my feet become parallel, but they're not touching. And again, you gotta have that pelvic tilt, abs sucked in. Nice and controlled movements. Good, so this is helping our back, our core. Guys, as you know, I've already had spine surgery once. I don't really want to have it again, so that's why I'm being extra kind through this rehab. Almost there. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Very nice. Next, you're gonna go ahead, place your hands under your butt, squeeze that belly in, and we're gonna do legs in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice controlled movements. 7, 8. We're gonna go to 20, 9, 10. You got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a second. Breathe. So in between our abs, what we'll do is we'll just do a little stretch. So draw your left knee into your chest, right leg long, squeeze it in, and you're gonna take your left leg, drape it over your body to the right, and you're gonna look left. So find some space that's comfortable for you. Don't overdo it. Guys, remember at the end of your workout, your muscles are now warm. So that's why it makes it a good time for static stretching as opposed to dynamic stretching while we're trying to get warmed up. Remembering the 4 pillars of a great boxer are speed, power, endurance, and coordination. Good, but you can't build any of those things if you have an injury, so it's important to do our stretching. So now draw your right hamstring in, knee in. You're gonna rotate it to the left, and you're gonna look right. So guys, I feel you when it comes to, when I was an athlete, I never really did a lot of static stretching, but I will say, now in my 40s, I love static stretching. I feel like it's like, whew, the best part of the workout. Good. So now we're gonna take it over and we're gonna bring it to a tabletop, high Milan, and we're gonna extend We got 1 minute here. Left leg, right arm. Oh, I feel like my hamstring's a little tight on my left leg. Woo-wee. That's a bit tight. I'll have to do some hamstrings stretches later. Like really tight. Okay, you got 10 more seconds here. Breathe. I hope, like I said, everyone in Toronto, I know you didn't have school today, so I hope you enjoyed a nice day to chillax. Rotate, right leg back, left leg or left arm forward, right leg back. Very nice. We're gonna do a little plank next. 14 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Engage your abs, squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, and amazing. So go ahead, give yourself a little, you can give yourself a child's pose, or you can give yourself a puppy dog pose, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Slow that heart rate down. Next, guys, we're gonna go ahead and plank. So regular plank to start, and then we're gonna go ahead and we'll do side plank. Very nice. So you got 30 seconds here. You can go ahead and lift a leg if you like. I know Lionheart likes to lift a leg. You can keep both legs on the ground. It's totally up to you. And now you're gonna go ahead and pick a side, any side. You're gonna lift up and hold side plank. Oh, I lost my timer. Good job, guys. We're almost done this workout. Very nice. Now you're gonna go ahead, go to the other side. Side plank, other side. Up and hold. All right. Good. Next, we're gonna go ahead back on our belly. And you're gonna find a nice long cobra for me. So stretch up, engage your core, engage your glutes, bend your elbows, relax your face. Good. All right, fam, we're almost done. Good. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your right arm forward, you're gonna reach your left arm underneath, and you're just gonna lay all your body weight down and just give yourself a little shoulder stretch. And then we'll do the other side. Then we'll do a couple hip flexor stretches, and then we'll wrap. Almost there. All right, so I want you to push yourself back up to Cobra. And we're gonna hold, So we're gonna hold that Cobra first for 30, and then we're gonna do a shoulder stretch on the other side. About 5 seconds. And time. So last one, guys, what we're gonna do is you're gonna come on up to the tabletop. You are going to put your right leg back. As such, rotate your calf muscle to the O side. Extend your left leg forward, and I'll try to move my mat up a little bit. And you're gonna lower back to stretch that hip flexor. So go ahead and lower back. So if here's feels comfortable, don't go any further. If you feel like, oh, okay, no problem, you can go ahead and lower it all the way down. So depending on how flexible you are, how tight your hip flexors are, if you're in this position, to get an extra stretch, just do that pelvic tilt. So tilt your hips, suck that belly button in. Good. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. You're gonna go ahead and switch. Now put your left leg back, rotate your calf to the outside. You're gonna stretch that right leg forward, and you're gonna go ahead and ease back. Feeling a stretch in your hip flexor. So if this feels good for you, you stay here. If you want to lower all the way down, that's also an option. So from here, just to make it a little bit more of a stretch, just draw that belly button in and give a little tilt to your pelvis. And then you're going to get a little bit more of a stretch. Whew. Because I ate a little bit too late. Like I just ate at 3 o'clock, so I'm feeling like, ugh, not amazing. I got behind today. Higher again. Well, what's poppin'? All right, alrighty, people. So that is it. It is 3:40. We made it through. There was no rain, so that's amazing. Facebook fam, as always, thanks for joining us. If you missed the class, you can check out Ibrahim's 7 o'clock, or I will see you tomorrow at 4. All right, peace. Instagram fam, Ergen, how are you? What did you do today? Excuse me. All right, one screen down. Oh, thank you so much, Doodles. As you can see, moving a little bit better. I don't want to touch this mat in there in case, I don't want to, get that. I don't want to even say it out loud, but you know what you can get from mats in the gym, so I'm not going to touch my legs to it. But for all you people at home who joined me, thank you so much. Hopefully the weather starts to warm up. We get rid of some of that snow, and the government lets us reopen soon, I hope. And then hopefully we'll get back to some level of normal. All right. If you want to do this workout again, go ahead and check it out on YouTube later. Yes, good idea to stay. Right? All right. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. All right.